Good evening, everybody. It is Wembley week. I know the boys at the top. We are just gassed. It's going to be vibes on Sunday. We're chilling.
Wembley.
We are just going there to have a great time. But don't get me wrong. We are having expectancy as well to obviously perform. But welcome to the semi-final preview. A bit different. Normally would have just done the preview with a Chelsea fan, but we thought, listen, it's Wembley semi-final weekend, and we thought let's try and get as many fans in as possible. Minus Man City at the moment. Yannicka may or may not be with us, but if not, the show still goes on. So, Jordan, how you doing, my bro?
Wembley. Oh man, I'm happy. That's all I can say. I'm excited. I don't know if to say quietly confident, but I'm just saying I'm so excited.
No, absolutely. Nikki, I know you're at work.
He's gone. My manager came around the corner.
Oh man, well, JB, how you doing, mate?
I'm doing really good, yeah. We've had a decent week. Not the best, but decent. Nicky's back.
I am back. I got nippened.
It happens every time.
And
actually, it's a debut on your show. I'll let you introduce yourself. A Chelsea fan as well, debut on the show from the Shed End. I've been on their channel a few times, but I'm not going to take the spotlight from you. Here you go. It's a platform for you, my bro.
No. Yeah, from the Shed End T-Dot. Chelsea fan, obviously. Yeah, we've got our YouTube channel, so anyone who's locked in, Chelsea fans, if you're locked in, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Just search From the Shed End. We should come up on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. And obviously, thanks for having me on as well. Appreciate it.
No problems. We've had Theo on the show. He was in the last Chelsea preview when there was the game at Selhurst Park. So let's just address a few comments and we'll talk this weekend. What I was going to say, if Sean was the first comment, I'd be like, rah! But big up Santi with the popcorn. Sean comes in after, goes, big up to my friend them, all the way from Jamaica, repping the red and blue. Big up Jay every time. It's a big weekend. Big up Louis. I'm feeling it right now, absolutely. Hey,
I am.
JB, your Everton friends here. You are everywhere, and you know what it is. To be fair, it's because James is a legend. He's a legend. Everyone wants him on this channel and such. Big up the chairman. And a question for you, then, T. Who's buying your club?
Good question. Very good question. I think, my only honest answer to that is whoever does buy it needs to give Tuchel the tools he needs, and also needs to get the infrastructure, the recruitment strategy, all of that stuff, needs to get that spot on. Otherwise, it could be a complete mess. So whoever comes in, that's their objectives, in my opinion.
I've got to say one thing before we start.
Yeah, go on.
KFC chips have gone right downhill. They used to be banging. Now they're shite.
KFC have gone right downhill. Before you drive past and you can smell the 12 herbs and spices.
Oh no! Now you just smell the employees.
He's not wrong.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all it took. 5 minutes.
There's more.
Oh my God. I was going to say you can only smell like salt and pepper.
I think that takes the cake.
Matt here again. Am I right in hearing a fellow who part owns Atlanta is looking to buy Chelsea? What happens if they get drawn in? Oh, Atalanta, sorry. What happens if they get drawn in the same group in the Champions League?
Conflict of interest.
That's why it won't happen.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if it does, but you'd either have to relinquish some of his stake at Atalanta. I don't know, but it'd be a conflict of interest, I'd imagine anyway.
Spot on. Let's get into it. Let's start with Saturday's game.
The big one.
Liverpool City. Now, obviously, following on last week's absolute stormer of a game in the league, how are you feeling about Saturday, Jay?
I'm feeling all right, to be honest. I mean, I'm not too worried. We just got players. When I saw the team selection from Man City last night, it did shock me a bit. I think they only changed 2 players from the Sunday's game. We changed 7 players. I mean, we changed most of our team. We only had, actually, I think, 3 players played last night that played Man City. So we changed our whole team around, and City, I think, only changed the 2. And it was a difficult game for City last night. Now, everyone can say about Atletico's dark arts and all that. For me, it was Man City with the dark arts, and Atletico Madrid retaliated. But the press don't like to say that because they're all sleeping with Man City. I'm quite confident because I can't see Pep. I don't know how Pep can play the same team 3 games in a row with that intensity against us on Saturday. And if he does, we're going to have the fresher legs. As I say, we made a heck of a lot of changes last night. So I am confident for the game. And if we lose, I'm not actually that bothered either at the same time. So I'm in quite a decent place at the moment. I think Pep and Klopp see this as the 3rd option at the moment. Champions League semi-final and the league game. The league game against Man United is arguably more important than the game against Man City in the FA Cup in a weird kind of way because, you got to take league, Champions League and FA Cup. But I'd say with Man City squad taking some hits, Foden might have some brain cells now after getting beaten up. Hopefully his mum didn't get involved. We know how that shit happens. De Bruyne. I mean, if De Bruyne got injured, if De Bruyne, because what I've read today, apparently they're saying De Bruyne and Walker won't make Saturday. So if that's true, advantage Liverpool because De Bruyne, he pissed on our cold chips on Sunday. He was, he was fantastic, and Walker, he's always a bit of a pain on that side. So if they're missing, it's advantage us, especially with the not changing their squad that much in the last 2 games. So yeah, I'm confident. But if we lose, I'm not going to be crying too much about it at the same time, to be very fair. I'm looking forward to it. 2 best teams in Europe game. And then we're going to probably meet, and then we're probably get everything here, and then we're probably going to meet in the final as well in the Champions League. So I'm sick of the sight of Manchester City. Absolutely sick of the sight of them.
Nicky, give us an Under the Sea rendition, please.
When you start singing Lionel Richie songs, I will. Oliver, you know what, mate? Honestly, I really hope you're at Wembley, mate, because you've got great banter, mate. I'd love to meet you one-on-one, man, and have a good old laugh with you. Great banter.
He has got amazing banter, to be fair.
Ariel in the house!
Just on that, Jay. See, I think Pep started strong because I think he wanted to just get the tie over and done with and then make his changes. But it's obviously come back and bitten him right up the backside.
Yeah.
Do you think Man City are now effectively a bit more dangerous with the unknown, if that makes sense? Could that end up working in their favour?
I mean, I don't know what's too unknown about Man City, to be fair. Like that Man City, I've said it for a while. Man City's squad is not actually that big. I'd say Liverpool and Chelsea's squad are actually bigger than Manchester City's. And but Man City, they got like 14 to 16 quality players, and they basically played their best team for 2 games. So whoever comes in for them, I mean, I don't see Pep not playing his full strength side because I don't think he's got a choice. He hasn't got a lot underneath of what he's got, to be fair, to change. So without getting absolutely pummeled. So he's got to go full strength. And I think it's an advantage to us because they will tire quite quickly in the game for me playing. I mean, it's the intensity of the games they played as well. I mean, that game on Sunday was so intense. It was the two best teams in Europe, going at it. And the football on show was amazing. And, I've never seen anything like it. No team backed off at all. No team backed off. It was front foot versus front foot and no one gave an inch. And then they had a difficult game last night. I mean, that Atletico Madrid game, it was horrible, dirty, and Atletico Madrid were like that as well. And then our game, Benfica, we walked around all game. That's why we conceded 3 goals. We did. I mean, no one ran. It was like me doing the housework. It was terrible. We're just walking around the whole match, and so we didn't really use any energy in that game. So the game Saturday, I'm interested. The lineups go because Liverpool go strong. Liverpool go strong. Man City go strong. But 2 intense games they've been involved in with some injuries, I think will make us favourites going into that game now.
Yeah, that just answers. I think Ruben Diaz had a knock, so even he's a bit. I have to kind of wait and see with Diaz.
Yeah, I think Ruben Diaz has been fit for a while, but you just don't want to put him in just yet. Apparently, that's what City fans are saying.
Fair dues. Ariel said, "Dye your hair half blue to show your support for Palace."
I forgot. Oh, dear. We'll see what I can do in these short times. I will see what I can do.
Spice some spray paint, I guess.
It could be done at Covent Garden.
Covent Garden.
No, you can't. No,
yeah, I've already had that, Matt. I've already had that. Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have a City representative, but
it's hard to find, to be fair.
Fair enough. It actually is.
It's funny because the one we know lives in South Norwood, so.
So, just on a City basis, I think Liverpool's got this. It's Liverpool's to lose, just based on, as you said, the intensity of the games that City have had. Their injuries now as well. T, what about your thoughts on City?
I think Jamie's spot on. I think City left it all out there yesterday. They tried. I think the injury to Kyle Walker is massive because it means you've probably got to play Nathan Ake at some point in that defense. Whether that, I think it'll be left back or he'll play him there. I'm not really keen on Nathan Ake. I think Kevin De Bruyne's the massive one. I think the game on Sunday was, he was pulling strings, and to be fair, him in any team would lose him. So I think it's Liverpool 100%. I think Liverpool, as much as I think Jurgen Klopp mentioned around the 12:30 kickoff, etc., it's just, it doesn't matter. I think City just don't have it in them to beat Liverpool. Liverpool's for me a team now that have everything kind of what they need. Obviously, you look at the Van Dijk, Joel Matip looks amazing now. It looks brilliant next to Van Dijk as well. Diaz coming in, Konate as well is an option. You've got Mane as well. So I can't see it past Liverpool. I think Liverpool would be the team that will go through.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting.
No, I agree. I mean, the game on Sunday, City had their bet. That was the best I've seen City play all season on Sunday, and they still couldn't beat us, and we underperformed. And I just, with them now, with the 2 injuries maybe, and the 2 games they've played, and we rested players, I would say, like you're saying, it is to our advantage, and we just got to take away that advantage. But there's certain players I hope don't play for Liverpool on Sunday that played on Saturday that played last Sunday as well. So,
such as,
right, there we go. Liverpool rank coming. Right, so Liverpool can't play Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho against Man City. I've said this for ages now. I love Thiago and Fabinho. They're world-class footballers, but they got no recovery pace. And this is the problem. When Fabinho, look, I've got a limp and one leg shorter than the other, and I can run past Fabinho. So if I can do it, technically good footballers like Kevin De Bruyne will absolutely destroy him. And I've said it for ages now. There's nothing wrong with it. I remember Man United back in the day.
Hold it there. Graham has said something that can actually make sense. Stop the press.
Big up, Graham.
Big up, Graham. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
But I mean, I've been saying, like, Man United back in the day would sometimes not play Paul Scholes in big Champions League games and play, was it Kagawa instead? Because he fitted the system for that game, what they wanted to do, because they didn't want to get outrun in midfield and things like that. And I think sometimes Henderson and Thiago and Fabinho together against everyone else in the league, usually. It happened with Chelsea as well. Chelsea outrun us in midfield with them three because we've got no recovery pace. For the other 18 or 17 teams in the league, it's perfectly fine. But I think I just don't want to see that three against Man City on Saturday, because it's all right controlling the game when you have all the possession. So against Man City, that ain't going to happen. Their midfield is too athletic and too technical. And that's why Fabinho and Thiago make a lot of fouls, because they haven't got the pace to get back and recover. You saw it on Sunday. Man City's midfield ripped players apart. What we got to get away from, our midfield under Klopp for a lot of years has been the engine room in our midfield, because we was a gegenpressing, counter-attacking team. Now we've turned into a high possession, high tempo team. We've changed the way we played, and sometimes, because we play that way now in a high line, so high, as you saw yesterday, with that midfield three, if they don't control the midfield, they'll get outrun, and that's what you saw against Man City. So I don't want to see Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho as a free playing on Saturday at all.
Fair dues. Big up, Nate, by the way.
Nate,
Yeah, what are we saying?
you like Nate?
Yeah, all good. Just on that night shift settings tonight, so it's going to be stress.
Not too many more of those to go, though.
No.
Well, a whole week of them next when I come back. So hopefully the semi-final doesn't put me in the dumps, but we'll see how we get on. It's all about Sunday now. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. T, let's move on to Chelsea. Now, you had a bit of a ropey couple games. You then went and thrashed Southampton. Then it must have been an emotional roller coaster Tuesday night at the Bernabeu. Thoughts on that game first and foremost?
Bar probably 2012 Napoli, maybe Barcelona. I mean, that was up there with one of the best performances, in my opinion, as a Chelsea fan. I thought it was brilliant. I think what killed us was the mistakes we made in the first leg. You think back to some of those costly mistakes, Mendy, Lukaku's header, those kind of mistakes. Second leg, it's over 2 legs, so playing well in one leg is brilliant, but you got to do it over the 2. In terms of the game on Tuesday, I thought it was brilliant. I thought Tuchel got it spot on in terms of the lineup. I was surprised to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I mean, I'm still trying to understand, was he right wing back, centre mid? It felt like he was doing the 2 jobs at one point.
I thought he played well.
He played very well. And I think it's a role that potentially might suit him. If we depending on the sale of the club, I think whatever happens, if we can't sign players, is an option at right wing back as well. Good that we've got Aspilicueta or Reece James there as well before him, but is an option. It was just 2 costly mistakes. You look at Kante, I think, who hasn't looked himself for the last couple of months. I think you could even arguably say that he was one of those players that you could rely on not to lose possession. I think 13, 14 times he's lost possession in a game against Real Madrid. It's costly. When you've got someone like Modric in a team, Benzema in a team, Vinicius in a team, you can't afford to make those sort of mistakes. But I'm proud. I'm proud of the team. I thought it was an impossible task to some extent. Going to the Bernabeu, playing the way we did. Timo Werner, the guy who's got absolutely hammered by the fan base, you know, put in a shift, brilliant runs, split the defense. You know, 2 centre backs struggled to mark him. I was impressed, you know, Mason Mount as well. So there was a lot of positives to take from it. Rudiger, another one, but yeah, disheartening not to go through. I think, you know, to play that well, not to have anything to show for it, and to go into extra time, extra legs, you know, with a big semi-final coming up, you know, the weekend, it wasn't ideal. So disheartening, but a brilliant performance.
Oh yeah, you know that. Sorry, Rich. You know that when I look at the Chelsea games, I did the watch along for the Chelsea Real Madrid game, both games, and in the first leg, what I was talking about with Liverpool, with the players that played, they didn't have no recovery pace in midfield. That's how Chelsea was in the first leg with Jorginho and Kante there, and not having Kovacic play for Kovacic has to play for Chelsea. He's their best, for me. Chelsea's best midfielder is Kovacic this season. He's an athlete. He can get across the pitch. He's got a good pass to him. He gets into tackles. He presses. Excellent midfielder. And with Loftus-Cheek in the midfield as well, I thought that was a masterstroke because Loftus-Cheek is quick on the ball. He's quick off the ball. He presses well, and he attacks areas of the pitch. And when you got them legs in midfield, they outran Real Madrid for the majority, for basically 75 minutes of that match. 75 minutes of that match, they outrun Real Madrid. And then Real Madrid just made that substitution and got Modric further off the field. And that's when the magic started.
Changed everything.
Yeah, that's when the magic started to happen for Real Madrid. But for 75 minutes, Tuchel got it absolutely bang on. And in the first leg is where it was completely lost for Chelsea.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of ifs and buts as well. You know, people saying Havertz penalty, Alonso handball. I mean, it's all ifs and buts.
I didn't think that was an handball. I'll say that.
I mean, it isn't. I mean, in the eyes of the rules of the game, it's handball. I think if it's an attack, it hits a hand of an attacking player, it's handball, which is fair enough. But it's ifs and buts. You know, we still had opportunities. I think, you know, thinking back to Ziyech, Rudiger. Ziyech had a brilliant chance.
Pulisic had about 10.
Pulisic had 10 when he came on. Kai Havertz almost had a free header as well. So there's a lot of chances that were missed. So we can say ifs and buts. You know, we should have had this, we should have had that. It didn't happen, but we had our chances. We took 3 of them, but we just didn't take the ones when it mattered as well. So it's one of those. You know, we've got to focus on Sunday now. Massive game. You know, it's a big game, so we want some silverware to add to the silverware we've got already this season. But I think the FA Cup would be a good season for Chelsea. Not a brilliant one, but a very good season in terms of how it's panned out. And our fixture list for November, December was chaotic, you know. So I think to get a bit of silverware at the end of it would just be an okay season for Chelsea.
You've won enough trophies. Let us have this one, for Christ's sake.
So we need it.
Fuck's sake!
Is it back?
Oh my God, that fucking thing does my head in.
Jamie's reaction.
Oh,
How many won the Sackers?
Sorry, that bloody... It never left the room. It's been living over in the corner at my windows over there, and it's been living over there, and it just saw me and run by my foot.
From Sunday?
Yeah. It's not telling anyone, though, because it's dead meat now. So
what happened? I missed it.
Just want to shout out Nippon here, by the way, guys. He went for a trial. I think it's that culinary job. And he got the job. So big up.
Big up.
Yo, big up Nippon on the new job, mate. Well done.
100%.
Not Nippon the spider, sorry.
Left she's getting chances in the Chelsea squad makes me happy after the he had a great loan spell with us, to be fair. You know, and kind of fell off, but seems to be regaining his form. Jordan, you had a take on one of the substitutions that Chelsea made. Jordan.
Yo, sorry, I was pulling up the stream and watching back because I missed what Jamie did. I was laughing at it.
Did you not? That spider. It's lived here since Sunday over there, and it's just come back.
I feel like I need to ask what have I missed?
Oh, on Sunday, out of nowhere, I was talking to the boys, and out of nowhere, this spider the size of my fucking hand that I've just killed was right by my foot out of nowhere. Oh, it scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
And
well,
it's been over by the window. It's been over by the window since Sunday. And the wife came up. She heard it all. And she came up after and went, "Did you get it? Did you get it?" I was like, "Yeah."
You need to start charging it rent.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's dead now. He ain't
I've got
telling
an
no one.
amazing screen. I've got an amazing. I've just got an amazing screenshot of him just mid slapping it. But yeah, Rich, I'm sorry. What did you say? I missed it completely.
Before we went live, you were saying that you reckon one substitution changed the game, but from a Chelsea perspective. Werner.
Yes, Timo Werner. I think in that game he did everything to deserve a goal, and he chopped the centre back and went round the keeper. He had a couple goes at it, but it went in the goal. I think that he's had a very hard time at Chelsea. He came in with this huge expectation from Leipzig of this. He will solve all your goal scoring problems. He is that number 9 you've been crying out for, because he was prolific when he was in Germany, but it just never seemed to quite work. I get that comes with a heavy amount of Lampard tax, because obviously we've seen what he's doing at Everton, I think Palace, we dodged a bullet for not employing him.
100%.
But it even with because Lampard just played him on the wing, and you're thinking this guy is born to score goals. Have you not seen what he's doing in Germany? But Tuchel seems to have. I don't think he's found the way of playing Werner consistently well, but I think he's found the position in his team for him to do what he can do, and he showed that the other night. He did everything.
Yeah.
He was tracking back, he was putting through balls through, he was running onto the ball, he was making a nuisance of himself to the centre backs. He looked like a proper all round striker again, and he's definitely going to be a danger man for our match, 100%.
Yeah. One last question regarding Chelsea, and then we'll move on to talk a bit about Palace. T, what was your thoughts on Chelsea rejecting Gallagher's opportunity to play?
I think it's 50-50, isn't it? I think it's harsh on the player. I think, opportunity to play in an FA Cup semi-final, Wembley. I'm sure anyone who's played at that level would love to play at Wembley, regardless of the team they're on loan at or who their parent club is, whatever. I think they'd love to play at Wembley, so I get it. But at the same time, we know how dangerous Conor Gallagher is, and if it's at the expense of his own club, I get it as well. So it is harsh, 100%. I think he deserves. I mean, he's arguably probably one of Palace's better players this season, or best players this season. It's harsh. It is harsh on him, because I think he deserves to be there. He deserves to be in that team. But at the expense of Chelsea, you kind of understand why he's not been allowed to play as well. And I think is it the FA that rejected it as opposed to Chelsea? I'm assuming they would have contacted Chelsea, but is it the FA that's rejected it?
I think it's all up to Chelsea, ain't it?
No, it's down to Chelsea. He's your player.
Yeah, it's all up to Chelsea. Yeah. Because we had the same scenario. We had a player on loan, and Liverpool let him play against us, but it wasn't a team of any threat. That's the difference. That's the difference here. Look, for me, Gallagher, for next season, I think could play for this Chelsea team. I really do. Because you look at Mason Mount's not a midfielder, is he? He looked far better against Real Madrid yesterday, further up the field. He can't play that number. He can't play in that number 8. He struggles there.
No, he's a 10.
Gallagher can, and I can see what Chelsea. Chelsea on the other hand, they've loaned a player out they didn't think they were going to use, but he's been brilliant this season, and now that unfortunately facing that player in the semi-final of the biggest cup in England, and I can understand Chelsea's point of view, thinking that we don't want him scoring and knocking us out. He's our own player, but from a Palace point of view, they're like, you didn't want him, we've got him now. We should be able to play him. So I can understand both sides of it.
Do you know what it is though? If we beat Chelsea without him, it'd be all the sweet, because it's like, well, then do you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong. Exactly. I'm not remotely confident because we know Chelsea turn up in cup semi-finals, but
Mm.
every dog or every eagle in this case has his day. And let's be fair, we've had to deal with Hodgson tax the last 4.5 years. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
know we're due some joy in the cup for Christ's sake. I mean, getting knocked out by Peterborough and Colchester and Scunthorpe and Grimsby is like, why are we moving like Tiny Temper, going to places we'll never see? What's going on with this business? Come on, mate. Less of this shit, man. Whereas this season,
What happened to Tiny Temper?
He's doing
That's
it.
another question for
He
another
became
day.
very, very rich and decided
No,
he didn't need to make music.
No,
I
he's
think-
doing
I
people's
think
birthday parties. He was
I
doing one of
think
my
he-
friend's birthday parties.
Oh, my daughter's this soon. I'll get him in.
I think you know what it is, lads. I think he may have just got the Scunthorpe eventually,
Yeah, he got there
Yeah.
eventually.
because obviously he's never been to Scunthorpe. You know them ones. But
He ain't
Look.
missing out.
Fucking hell, that made me jump.
The one thing I will say about Chelsea is there's a lot of players at Chelsea that we haven't replaced. You know, you look at John Terry, you look at even a Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, Diego Costa. These are players that we've never, Cesc Fabregas, we've never really replaced them. And what we've done is we've covered over cracks with a Danny Drinkwater, Ross Barkley, bringing in Sal Niguez when we've loaned out Conor Gallagher, Tomori going, Mark Guehi, Livramento. There's so many players. I could be here for another hour.
Wow.
So there's a lot of players that we've brought in that just aren't fitting the system, but also they're not good enough as well.
Yeah, you brought in some players that are worse than the players you've loaned out.
100%. So
I was really hoping the Sal Niguez one worked out.
yeah, I think it's more.
I think we all were quietly.
But it's a bit of both. I think more so. I mean, he fell out with Simeone. I think in terms of he was being played out of position there. I think he was playing at a left back or left wing back at Atletico as well. But he's had spells where he's done really well. I think he's played a lot in the cup games, the FA Cup as well. But he just doesn't seem to be confident enough to play in that team. So
Speed of the league's too much.
Yeah. So I think it's not worked out for him. But you know. It didn't make sense to bring him in and loan out some of the players that we have as well. So, like I said before, the new owners come in, they've got to get it right, hit the ground running, give Tuchel the tools he needs to build around the squad. A Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, you know, those kind of players. Start thinking about replacements from Thiago Silva. Yes, he's good, but he's 37, so you're going to get another good 6-7 months out of him. Start thinking about that sort of stuff as well. But we got to offload. We've got so many players. Baba Rahman is still there as well.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, he's still there. Mitzi Batshuayi is still on the books as well. So
Is Michael Reisiger still there?
Possibly.
Because he played one game 15 years ago, and he's like, I saw an interview of him not long ago, and he said how he purposely set out contracts and stuff like that, and
a lot of players play. Yeah, a lot of players.
What a prick he was.
I think Winston Bogard as well.
Can I say one quick thing about Werner first? I thought Werner's best performance for Chelsea was last night off the ball. He was Real Madrid's fullbacks couldn't get forward because his positioning in the pitch, and his off the ball work was tremendous. The problem that Werner's got is that Liverpool were in for Werner at the same time. He went to Chelsea because we didn't want to pay his wages, and we got Jota in. And then Jota's hit the ground running with goals. He's got like over 20 goals this season. So people were like, think he's crap. I can tell you right now, if Werner came to Liverpool, played in Klopp's system, Werner would be eating it up. He's not a crap player. It's just not working out for him. It's completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, let's move on to Palace. Do we talk about the game or we talk about the party that we're having now?
It's party time.
Go for it.
We'll start with JC, then we'll go Nate and then Nikki. I'm coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, he says start with you, Jordan, I think.
Yeah, well, listen, we're doing a massive fan meet-up with all the HF, which are the fanatics, that the people that when they come to sell us, they're like, who's that banging the drums and waving the flags? That's them guys. It's going to be a massive meet-up in Covent Garden before the match, because this is a very rare thing for Palace to get this far in the cup. I think we've only ever been to Wembley like 4 times in our career. So it's a very huge occasion for us. But mostly it's just a party. We're going into this thinking we're playing against Chelsea. They've beat us 3-0 first game of the season. To be fair, they barely beat us at Selhurst. But you can't forget they are still technically the champions of Europe because they still hold the Champions League. And it's going to be a hard game, but you can't go into a game like this, and especially a cup match, because you can never predict a cup match. You can't go into this thinking we've lost already. You've got to have a little bit of hope. That's what we're riding off on this match. But I think with the players that we've got and potential injuries, it could falter us a little bit, especially without Gallagher playing.
Nate?
I mean, I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but remember I did say 17th in a cup run. And I remember a few comments are talking about this guy's on crack, this guy's talking ish, this, that, the other. Where are we now? Something 10th in the league? Something like that? Nowhere near relegation. Like that. We're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup against all expectancy. Don't get me wrong. As Jordan said, we are up against one of the teams that prides themselves on winning trophies. So any sane man in the bookies would back Chelsea. But we've seen before in the FA Cup, even the biggest teams can fall to the smallest of teams. Man City, Wigan, it's happened before. It can happen again. Obviously, Chelsea will look at it and go, well, of the 3 opponents that are still in it, we would have been the ones they would have wanted because we're the so-called easier way to the final. But, as JC alluded to, they narrowly beat us at Selhurst Park because Lukaku still hasn't found his Oyster card because he gets more touches off that than he would on the ball. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to call because we should be looking forward to it naturally. We don't get FA Cup semi-finals every season. So for us, this is a one-off party.
Neither Liverpool, to be fair.
Well, hold on a minute. Haven't you won a Premier League and a Champions League? We ain't won a sodding Carabao Cup, Jamie. Hold up a minute. Hold the phone here. Come on now. Hold on a minute. No, I'm only joking. But listen, if we win, great. If we don't, we got to an FA Cup semi-final. Nobody backs us to get that far. I didn't. I said quarterfinals. I'd be delighted. The minute we got them lot in the third round, I was like, oh boy. Anybody else we could get? Because them games can go either way. But we got the right result, and we're going to Wembley. So may the best team win on Sunday. That's all I'm going to say.
Big up.
What's this news, Nicky?
This was tweeted 1 hour ago from The Athletic.
I apologise.
This was tweeted 1 hour ago from The Athletic. Both Tyrick Mitchell and Michael Olise are available for selection against Chelsea on Sunday.
Yes.
The pair are due to train this week, having recovered from injuries, and are given 100% green health status.
Excellent.
I'll leave you with that.
No more Jordan Ayew tax. There is a God.
He's been playing well, though.
He has. But listen, I'd rather our chances with Elise.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Nicky, thoughts on the game? Then I'll chime in.
Nicky.
Nippin'.
I think a 10-year-old's ordered a Big Mac. He's gone.
West Ham are winning 1-0, by the way.
Good,
Yeah.
yes.
What am I going to say? Yes, listen, it's a big weekend. The fact of the matter is, we don't often get an opportunity to go to a semi-final or final. Obviously the last time was 2016, and we made an absolute day of it. Sunday, T, I don't know if you're able to go. Are you going?
I've got a ticket, but it's a 6-hour drive, so I'm debating it.
Oh, jeez. A 12-hour round trip, is that? Cool.
And if we don't get to the final, then
That's
I'll just
horrible.
find the nearest pub. Yeah, it's so yeah. I'll decide Sunday morning.
Come down. It'll be great to meet you.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're going now, Richard.
There you go. No, but you know what? It is going to be rocking. It's going to be absolute scenes.
You
from-
won't see the same atmosphere in the final if you get there. Trust me, you will not see it.
Whoa. Jordan, I've already blocked you twice.
I'm just speaking facts.
No, I love Palace's fans. They're brilliant.
It's going to be absolutely crazy. And but as the lads were saying, I don't think we'll come into this game just for us fans. It's going to be a day out. But honestly, we've got a chance. We really have a chance. Now, going into the whole Ayew situation, I want Elise to start. However, I won't be mad at Ayew starting because I know Alonso down that left-hand side is a problem for us. His cross led to Ziyech's goal at Selhurst Park, I believe.
Yeah.
That needs to be stopped somehow. Like, because their wing backs as the outlets are the most dangerous thing. So as much as we will lose so much going forward with Ayew, if we can stop their wing backs playing, we've got a massive chance. Secondly, I think we have to play on the counter-attack. We have to have the banks, because if it is Werner and Havertz, Werner can't function in tight spaces. He needs the space in behind. So if we can close off that space and then counter-attack, because Reece James has looked a bit dodgy with the long diagonal. Thiago Silva, who's an amazing defender, don't get me wrong, is leggy. So it's just really trying to bypass Rudiger, especially if we end up playing if Chelsea play a 3 at the back. So
Is Chilwell still injured?
Yeah.
He's out he'll be out for the season. Even if he comes back, he won't be playing football for the foreseeable this season.
You know, so it's just going to be interesting to see, but it's going to be amazing. You've got to come down to you because the atmosphere will be crazy. Just to come and celebrate with us when we win.
I was waiting for it.
But yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting game. Big up Morad as well, by the way. But yeah, you know what? I've come up with a concept. We're going to do a combined 11. However, we're doing a combined 11 with all 4 teams.
Jesus.
Yeah. Here are the rules.
Oh, it's one player from each.
It's a minimum of 2 players from each. Maximum of 3.
I see what you've done there.
That takes out the argument of Trent James, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I just thought it would, because it's easy to do if we did a combined 11 without, I think we'll probably get Mitchell. That's probably about it.
I like Mitchell.
He's
Robertson,
good.
Though.
Can I just say something one quick about your young players, Rich? Arsenal fans made up a song about their young players, that we have the best young players in Europe and all this bollocks. Right? Crystal Palace youngsters are better. Right? And I've said it a lot. Saka is in and out all the time. He has 2 good seasons. He has 2 good games, and Arsenal fans go absolutely mad like he's the brand new Maradona or something. Martinelli doesn't always start for Arsenal, although I do think he's a baller. I mean, I look at Palace's youngsters all over the pitch. They got it in defence, they got it in midfield, they got it in attacking areas. For me, Palace have got the better as a group of youngsters in the league, and if they can keep them youngsters at the club for the next few years, the growth with Patrick Vieira, and then buying players to build random, Palace would be a proper top 10 team in the future.
West Ham are doing that.
Yeah, and Barcelona are 2-0 down to Frankfurt.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Big up to West Ham. Do you know what? The future for us though is our academy more than the young players we're buying in now. That's the great thing about it. Yeah. Is that the new academy setup?
What a profile picture.
Well, what I will say though is these combined 11s are always fun because you're always going to get controversy with who you pick and who you leave out. I mean, remember we did one for what was it, the Arsenal game, and they were talking about no, Lacazette's better than Mateta. We saw how that worked out, didn't we?
Oh yeah, I still need to speak to T about that because because Tyreek was on smoke because we didn't put Lacquer in there.
And then what happened? We proved him. It was like Lacazette, yeah, over Mateta.
Lack of threat.
Literally like a threat.
Lacazette can't score in a brothel, let alone on the fucking field.
Right, so minimum of 2 from each, which will have 8 players guaranteed.
Right.
Then you've got left with
Then we'll
3
fight
more
out the Man
spaces.
City Liverpool players.
But like I said, it's a maximum of 3 each.
Oh man.
A maximum of 3. So this is not going to be easy.
Well, yeah, me and Rich did a little test run, and
I tell you what,
it was not easy.
Putting the Palace players first.
That's a good shout.
Putting the Palace players first, we work around it.
Right, so if we're going to get 2 players in, where would they be?
TM, I'll put Terry Mitchell, but then Robertson.
Yeah, that's the thing. Robertson or Cancella.
Oh my days, this is hard.
We will let all the guests do it because
That way, because that way they have to. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through it. So Jamie and T will take turns, and then at the end of it, then we can all pick it apart.
Right. Okay.
Goalkeeper's
So, yeah.
easy. Just so we know, we all know who the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper's Allison, yeah.
100%.
I'd take Alisson.
Wow.
I would
I
go
would say goalkeeper.
Edison, but
No, I think.
you know.
I think
Oh, Edison is the worst goalkeeper. He's just good with his feet.
you see, that's why I wouldn't go with Mendy because he's not also good with his feet.
But Mendy's tremendous goalkeeper.
He's a tremendous goalkeeper, but he's very iffy with his feet as well. His distribution's not the best as well. So
Watching Alisson this year. Oh
Alisson's
my days.
Alisson's one-on-ones. Alisson's one-on-ones are ridiculous. He's and that save last night against was it Nunez down on his near post. No one's talking about that save enough. To get down that quick to his near post was ridiculous. Yeah.
T, who are you going for your first centre back?
Hold on, let me do a tally chart of players, so we're not going over them.
I'm going to put Silva in there.
Yeah.
I'd have to put Thiago Silva. Yes, he's old, but he's still got the football brain, and that's what's keeping him going.
No, he's phenomenal. Doesn't matter about his age. He's still at the highest level.
Jamie?
Well, Virgil.
Mm-hmm.
Call Virgil and Thiago Silva. Jesus Christ.
Nobody's getting past that back two. No way.
Just a heads up.
You're getting put in the ground.
There's 2 Liverpool players already in.
Yeah, that way. We all know the last one is.
Mane.
Big old Sadio.
All right. T, right back.
It's got to be Reece James, hasn't it? I think.
Oh, the second one already. Wow.
Jamie, left back.
Hops. Just a heads up. There's no Trent, by the way.
Cancelo.
So our first left back. Oh, so there's no TM.
No, I don't say anything. Just let it go.
Okay.
T, centre midfield.
I'm going to put Thiago.
That's what the Liverpool player's done.
Yep.
This is actually more difficult than it looks.
He is stitched up Jamie properly here. The tactics.
Look at Jamie's face.
I rate it. T, I rate it. The tactics are on point today. Jamie,
There's a fire behind those eyes.
who's the other centre midfielder?
Centre midfielder. Elise. See, they got a celebration.
You want to put Elise in central midfield?
Yeah.
That's interesting, to say the least.
Wait, as a 10 or as
put him in Cam. Yeah, put him in Cam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice save.
The other central midfielder.
It's tough. It's tough. Wow, it's just tough. I don't know.
I mean,
Nicky. Just want to
This is
see
tough.
how
Sorry,
it goes.
Jordan.
Sorry, I'm taking long because I don't want to get this wrong.
You already have.
I know. Kind of fucked myself at the same time as messing it up. But who would I go for? Is Conor Gallagher worth going in there? Can we throw Conor in?
Yeah, we can put Gallagher in there.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie. Let's go for the left winger.
Left wing. Diaz.
Can't.
Oh,
Three
yeah.
Liverpool- there's three
Three
Liverpool
Liverpool
players
players already
Three
in.
Liverpool gone. All right, okay
Our
then.
survey says.
Okay. Right. Let me have a look here. Oh, it's interesting. Mateta.
Left wing.
What?
He's got to go in somewhere, hasn't he? He's got to go in somewhere.
Jamie, you know the chips you have. What was in it? I need some of that.
Yo,
KFC have done you dirty, son.
as a wise man on AFTV once said, "What you bunning? Mateta at left wing." No.
Someone's been listening to Sean a bit too much.
I mean, had you said Edward, that would have made sense. But Mateta, interesting.
Oh, I like Mateta. He's a good player.
I'm not
Well,
putting him in left wing.
He can
It's,
play left wing.
that can't run.
He can go centre forward.
I'll happily put him up top. I will not put him anywhere else though.
Mateta-
He can play left wing.
Mateta left wing makes as much sense as Martin Kelly playing right wing. Let's be serious here.
Oh, that's maybe love that one.
There's different ways of playing left wing, you know.
Well, it's
The sensible way, and then the Roy Hodgson way.
All right.
Right, so that's all three Palace players done. So,
Yeah, so
All right.
we've got two spaces left, haven't we?
Yeah, for City, I think.
City
Yeah.
and
So
Chelsea.
it could be two City, or it could be one of each.
So is it my go? My go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your
So-
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be Mason Mount, right wing.
So
Which
Jay,
leaves
you
leaves
left with the
City.
City player, yeah.
So you have to put a City player in left wing, Jamie. Who are you putting in there?
Foden.
I can't believe we've done this and Kevin De Bruyne's not in it, but
No.
That's what I've been waiting for someone to say, Kevin De Bruyne or Kante. What the hell is going on?
Mohamed
wanna-
Salah is not in here.
I wouldn't have
Mane's
Kane.
not in there.
You wouldn't have-
There's no
Mo
Trent.
Salah's not in there.
Well, Reece James.
No
is
Trent.
in.
Still in there.
No, it's-
No Salah.
Joachim Anderson isn't in this either. Do you know, there's a number of good players that didn't make it.
That team is a mess.
Yeah, that's a shambles.
No.
That is a shambles.
Do you know what that is? That is someone's failed attempt at a Premier League Ultimate Team.
That's a decent midfield, if you ask me.
No, it's
You know what
not.
that
It's a
is?
decent
and the
midfield, but
defense as well.
There's
The defense and the
no-
They're a
goalkeeper.
decent
Yeah,
goalkeeper,
defensive
decent
cover.
defence, decent midfield, and
Shame about the attackers, but
Foden's all right.
the attack is atrocious.
Mate,
Yeah.
this
Foden's
team is so
alright.
defensively heavy. This is a Hodgson team. This is a Hodgson team.
This is a Tony Pulis and Hodgson love affair. This is grim.
Mate,
No.
This is
Foden's quality.
This is Brexit FC if I've seen it before. Oh man, I think we need to sort this out.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Palace lads, let's see how can we tweak this.
Okay, I will happily jump in, and I'll happily remove Thiago Silva and put Ruben Diaz in.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hmm.
Ruben Diaz is the most overrated centre back in the league.
Ooh, gosh.
Yeah. Oh man, if you're out of position as much as he is and he throws himself to the ground, he ain't defending properly.
See, I would have taken Thiago out.
I'm putting Kante
Yeah.
straight in here.
Oh,
I'd have
Kante!
taken,
Oh no, Kante's not the Kante everyone thinks he is. Even
has
Chelsea
lost his
fans
leg,
think he's
yeah.
finished.
Yeah, I think it depends. Are we basing this on? Just what are we basing it on? If we're basing it on this season, Kante would not make a combined 11, in my opinion. But
No.
He'd certainly make my substitute bench.
oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
All right,
There
so
we go, Oliver. Oliver says something of sense.
Oh no,
Oh,
you
yeah,
got to have
Riyad
Foden. I'd have
Mahrez.
Foden. I'd have Foden instead of Mahrez.
All right, so I've put the big hitters in. So Salah, De Bruyne, and Virgil.
That
Where
defense
else do we go?
ridiculous.
But I mean, Virgil was already in there, but sure.
See, that looks a lot better already. There's so many players that are not.
I'd
making
have.
it.
Oh man, got Salah there. Ederson and Van Dijk. So you got 3 Liverpool players, haven't you? I'd have Rodri instead of Kante in the central midfield area.
That's a good shout.
You were good. You were
Very
doing
cool.
so well, Oliver. You were doing so well.
What is that? No way, Reed-Avowed for Kante. You mad?
How many
Well,
City
then-
players are there now?
That leaves us for 4 City players. We need to get rid
Yeah,
of one.
take Cancelo out.
For Robertson.
No, because there's too many Liverpool.
Be right back,
players.
guys.
Oh yeah. So
Tariq Mitchell. We
It's
could
got to
get
be
him.
TM.
Yeah, put
Mitchell gets in. Woohoo!
Mitchell played well. I
Mitchell
ain't
gets
got a problem with that.
Okay.
Mitchell's been fantastic this season, and to
Yeah, he's
have a
played really
defense,
well.
to have a left back that can defend, it's a breath of fresh air compared to that Dutch terrorist Van Aanholt.
Ooh,
Van
this
Aanholt was just
team-
fucking useless.
This team.
Now it's starting to look better.
Okay, no, Oliver, enough. Stop it.
Butland. Jesus Christ. Butland. Jack bloody Butland. I remember when Liverpool were interested and very close to buying Jack Butland at one time. And then we woke up.
Well, I'd rather have Butland than Wayne Hennessy. Trust me.
Wayne Hennessy just sounds like a shit whiskey, don't he?
Well, there must
Are
be a
we-
bootleg version of it in Wales because, mate, that guy just pissed me off so many times.
Are we still going to leave Foden in here?
That one's irritating.
You got to have Foden in the team for me. He's just
Yeah, Foden's cold.
and he does play in that position. So
yeah, he does. He's got to stay, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mateta loving life in that midfield and that forward line.
I tell you one thing though, the way he's playing late, I have Mateta over Lukaku because Lukaku could be
Oh yeah.
confused for
You'd have
Stormzy.
me. You'd have me over Lukaku. Like
Yeah,
it's,
Lukaku's not that.
it's
No,
not-
but you
yeah,
see,
yeah.
there's a newspaper over here in Dublin, right, called the Herald. They thought that Stormzy was Lukaku. I went, what is this?
Yeah,
What
Really?
is this?
Yeah,
man?
I
I
remember
swear
that.
to God, it was on
Yeah.
the front. I think it was the back page. People were like, that's Stormzy. That's not even Romelu Lukaku. What? Wow, racism.
Wow. Did they
Yeah, I
correct
do
it?
remember that.
Did they cancel
Well, they
the
had
paper or correct it?
No, they had to publicly apologize to him.
Wow. Jeez.
Victor Akinwale in for Foden. Aye, as much as Vic's been fantastic this season, I don't think so just yet.
No.
I don't think there's any changes you can make to this team, you know.
It's quite a decent team. And
Nah, that's as good as it gets.
face it, Mateta will get goals with Foden and Salah next to him and De Bruyne behind. He would get goals.
He would actually, to be fair, he would.
That's not a bad combined.
What
That's not a bad combined. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I can't complain. Decent.
Wasn't that bad after all?
Why does Conor Gallagher look like a Swedish porn star? Or is that just me?
Okay, that kind of came from nowhere.
What?
The fuck?
Yeah.
That one deserved a sin bin.
And it's gone. Can we get it? Can we get and it's gone?
The time's gone. Oh, there it is.
Hey, yo, Jamie, more Euroscope, less Euro trash. Just saying.
I was just looking at him and thinking of my younger days. He looks very familiar.
Okay. No, less of that.
Oh, and it's a quick second yellow card.
And let's go to Chris Kamara. There's been a red card. I said, Jeff, I must have missed that.
I don't know, Jeff.
Yeah. I saw him go off. I thought he was going for some more KFC chips.
Hey, listen, big up Cammy as well, because we know that Cammy's going through a bit of a harsh time right now. So big up to Chris Kamara.
Great.
Right. Before we finish off with the predictions for the FA Cup games, let's run through the predictions Premier League wise. Now, I've got the scores up for the last couple of weeks. So this was a couple of weeks back. Obviously, myself and Nate have a
Yes, Nathan, get in there.
which led to this. That was the score.
Yes,
then.
closing the gap. Closing the gap. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, man, I'm getting everything wrong from now on.
No. Hang on. Can we respect that Jordan has the magic number now?
The guests are not very good. In fact, I think I have been a guest. That's shocking.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you were a guest.
That's shocking.
Then this was the last set of fixtures, which means Nate. You closed the gap.
I
Get in there.
Nate.
However,
Look at that.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's close. It is
Oh,
close.
this weekend could change it.
It could change this week. Now,
Okay, 1 second. Oliver, no. He came in midway through this. It's his fault for not being there from the start.
Yeah, that's what. Come next season.
From next season, he's got every chance of cleaning up.
Yeah, it's a clean slate next season, 100%. So, how are we going to do this? Because we got two guests. Nicky, you're not a guest. But
No.
We'll still get your viewpoints anyway.
No, but he's on the team, so it's different for him. He's practically so.
I'm supporting the man above me. So you know.
Fair dues.
No, I want nothing to do with. No. Leave my scores alone. Leave my scores alone. Self-sabotage.
Remember that one week, this guy copied everything I said.
What happened? My score was turkeyed. I was like, mate.
No, Nicky did all right, you know.
All right.
Yeah, that was the 1 week I did decent.
I'm joking.
Wait,
No, it's all right. I know when I'm not wanted.
I don't think T's been a guest before, so maybe he does the guest.
That's a shot.
Because Jamie has been a guest before.
Yeah, I've been once, yeah.
All right, we'll do that. But we'll still get your predictions in it anyway.
Oh, West Ham just went 3 up.
It's in.
Well, let's have a look. Confirmed. That is 3-0. Jared Bowen.
Do you know what? It's a shame that there's no more Astra Gugu moments because that was fucking quality. We couldn't score against Astra effing Gugu.
I like Jared Bowen. Good footballer.
He is a good player.
Right, which order? See, since this is your first time doing the predictions, we'll let you go first.
Hey, yo, JC, you see that?
Oh, he's not a sheep. That's not very nice, is it?
Right. T, first game.
Go.
Tottenham versus the Seaweeds.
Ooh.
Tottenham are going to win. I'm going to go 2-0.
Just so we're clear, I know that hurts him as a Chelsea fan to say that, but trust me, we know that pain because we never back the seaweeds on this channel, so we understand the pain.
Tottenham all the way.
JC?
Mate, Spurs are going to splatter them all over the floor 3-0.
Nick?
If Expressions and his team don't deliver, he's getting clipped and bantered and memed because you know what it is? Them man across the road from them man, they held court. And it's like, really? We battered you up that bad? You had to go and lose to this rabble? Just when we need Arsenal to do us a favour, they can't do us a favour. So hopefully Tottenham can do it. 4-0 Tottenham. I want a beat down. I want them bringing back down to reality. 4-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 myself. Jamie, what's your thoughts on that one?
I think Cockershell Bay are going to get smashed. So, yeah, 5-1 Spurs.
We like you, Jamie. That's a good prediction.
Nikki?
Another big Mac order.
TBC.
Yeah, sorry about that. Nippon.
It's half dark in a trampoline centre, ain't it?
I'm not in a oh, for fuck's sake, yeah. Yeah. I deserve that. No, I deserve that.
No, Orest. No, allow that. No.
Oh, I need to.
Mate.
I don't think I've heard
Right.
Nikki's prediction yet.
Sorry about that. Should we try that again? 4-0 to Spurs.
Where's the dialogue?
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. All right, next one is Man United Norwich.
I'm going to go 2-1 United.
It's crazy that you had to think about that, ain't it? That's how bad things are.
No, well,
That's crazy. That's how bad things are.
JC?
you look at the record for Norwich. It's
Well-
the odds are stacked against them, but
Oh, I've got to make up some points, so I've got to make some rash decisions. But it could mean I got even further behind. You know what? I'm going 1-0. Man like Pookie.
Nate?
Purely just for the memes alone, I hope I'm going to go on a wild card here and say 2-1 Norwich. I'll even sacrifice my scores because if this comes true, I'm going to be buzzing all weekend. So I'm going to say 2-1 Norwich just for the banter.
Damn.
I was gonna say that, but I pussied out. So
Well, told it.
I've gone 2-0 United. Which means that the gap's either going to get wide or closed.
That's why I did that wild card thing because I went, if I lose this, cool, I lost it. But if I win it, it's like, yes, extra points in the bag. Come on.
Right, T. Oh, sorry, Jamie.
I can't ever give United a win. That's impossible. Is Norwich at home or away? Who's at home? Is it United?
Is that old toilet? Is that old toilet?
I'm going to go... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Timo Pukki's got more goals in 2022 than Ronaldo. It's crazy. I'm going to go 1-0. I'm going to go 1-0. I just don't think this United team are up to winning anything.
Mickey, if you're there.
Oh, 2-0 United, please.
Oh, he's having to type it just in case. I like how you're playing safe.
Yeah.
Southampton, Arsenal.
oh boy, man,
This is a tough one.
no, it is and it isn't because you look at the way Southampton are. I think they're 5 games without a win. Arsenal aren't that much better, to be fair. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1. Sit on the fence.
You see?
Well, considering that Southampton just got a battering, and bearing in mind that Arsenal aren't looking too good either, I think they're gonna make a little comeback. I think Southampton will do it 1-0.
Well, when we wanted Arsenal to do us a favour, they couldn't do it. So I'm not backing Arsenal ever again because they're just like Dublin bus over here. You wait and wait and wait for them to deliver, and it never fucking happens. So, with that in mind, Southampton need to get revenge for that lubrication they took against Chelsea because I was thinking, could they do a third 9-0 in a row? Because if they do, they should just delete club. Like, it was peak the first time. It was pain the second time. Don't get the three-peat. But with Arsenal, you don't know because, like, realistically, they should have beaten them, but they let them do what they do. And it's like, really? But 1-0. I'll be generous to say 1-0, but I'm done with asking Arsenal for favours. It's over for them, so I don't go 1-0.
I've gone 2-1 Arsenal. Just because it's Southampton. Not because it's Arsenal. Jamie?
I'm going to go Southampton to pick up the win here because I believe rightly every time Southampton get a battering, they win the next game, if I remember rightly. So,
Yeah, sure.
I think. Oh, someone's fed up.
Guys, you have to pay for the PlayStation. £4 for half an hour, £7 for an hour.
Fuck that! I'll buy a PlayStation. Jesus Christ.
I think Rich has just done himself.
Yeah,
I think he kicked himself out.
Anything?
He's back.
I didn't touch anything.
He's just disappeared.
Just talk of the PlayStation.
Oh, £7 for an hour. Fuck
Sent
that.
you over.
Okay,
there.
for once I can say that the technical glitch wasn't my fault from last year. It wasn't my fault, so don't look at me.
I think Southampton will do Arsenal, and I want to see the fans explode after. It's the greatest thing ever. You know, Arsenal fans, we got fourth place locked down 2 weeks ago. It's all done. Got it locked down. No, they're going to finish sixth. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but Jamie, you got to remember they played a proper football team two Monday nights ago, and it's like got it locked down. Yeah, okay.
And they lost. Is it 3 in 5 games or something like that? I'm going to go Southampton to get the win back 2-1.
Cool, and Nicky went 3-1 Arsenal. Next up, Watford Brentford. T.
I think that's going to be a bore fest, if I'm honest. I think 1-0. 1-0 to Watford. I think it's going to be a boring game. I think it's going to be a bore fest. 1-0.
I think Brentford will win 2-0. Mate, Tony and Ericsson both hit form. They're going to cut through Watford like they're not even there.
Yeah, Tony's playing well.
2-0 Brentford. I just want to see Harry the Hornet and that man crying. Because Watford tears are just as good as seaweed tears. It's a good day when they lose because you don't hear from them for a week.
What's the hatred between Watford and Palace? I'm confused.
Essentially, they don't like Zaha, and they've tried to force a rivalry with us for God knows how long. It's like, we don't hate you. They always mention us in every single tweet. It's like, well, we're bigger than Palace. What? Who? Like, hold up a minute. We've never touched Championship football since we've been in the Prem, but you've been relegated already. Like, calm yourselves.
You know what's going to happen at the end of the season? Twice.
You know what it is? I hope we slap them at Sellers. It's like, remember we slapped you at Vic? Now we slapped you on our turf. Go back, champ. Go back to the Championship and bring Luton up. Let's play your real rivals for a change.
I just love the fact they think Watford's in London. I just love the fact they think Watford's in London. That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah, but the Evening Standard always say, "Oh, it's a London derby."
They're not
Is
even
Watford
in London.
No, we know that. I was thinking, did Watford become part of London? I must have missed that. I know it's on the tube map, but if you've ever done the walk from Watford Met to the ground, mate, it's a pilgrimage. I'd get to fucking Mecca quicker than get to Vicarage Road from the tube station.
Mate, remember after the match where I posted into the stream, I swear I was walking for about 25 minutes before I even got
Do you know
to
what I'm saying? No, I was like, listen, note to self, Nathan. If you're playing Watford away, don't go to the tube station. Take a bus, take a camel, take a donkey. Don't get no underground to Watford Met. It's a pain in the arse. No. Anything, Jamie. I'm telling you, it's a pilgrimage just to get from the tube station to the ground.
Yeah, I can't stand Watford.
And then you've got to spend 90 minutes in Watford, which, let's be fair, I'd rather spend 90 minutes at Millwall.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
What about, oh, sorry, where am I? There we go. I've gone Brentford to win 2-1.
I'm going to jump off because I got to go.
All right, Nick. They just messaged me the final two: Newcastle versus Leicester and West Ham versus Burnley.
Yeah, no problem. I just got to jump out.
See you later, Nate.
See you later.
Sweet.
I think Brentford are on the beach. They're safe now, ain't they, in the Premier League? I think they're done, ain't they? They're not going to go down there. So Watford need the points. I think Brentford will be there to be beat, actually. I think Watford will win 1-0. Make it a bit tight on Everton.
Everton are not going down now. I think Burnley.
Oh, I know. I just want it tight. I want to go to the last game of the season, shitting themselves.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
But Burnley messed up.
Oh,
They
Burnley.
messed up bad.
Ugh.
All right, 2 more to go. Newcastle, Leicester. T.
I'll gain a call.
Well, the way Leicester played tonight, I think it depends. I think it might have taken it a bit out of them, but I think Leicester will still get the win. So I'm going to go 2-0 Leicester.
Cheers. So was it 2-0 Leicester? You said.
Yeah.
You see.
I want to say I agree, but I'll say 2-1 Leicester. I think Newcastle have it in them to get a goal back, but I don't think they've got enough in the tank to beat them.
Yeah, see, I was going to go 2 as well. But then would they be? No, actually, no. Leicester's got the quality to change their squad and still deliver. Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Leicester. And then I'll wait on what makes sense. Jay?
Leicester they're in the semi-final of the European Milk Cup, ain't they? So they just played a hard game. Newcastle, it's got draw written all over for me. 1-1.
When you fall back is good point. And the last one, West Ham Burnley. T.
Mute, T.
Good job, because I was talking rubbish. But no, West Ham are West Ham are playing tonight, aren't they? So I think they're 3-0 up already. So going to be again another game that's taking them. You know, all these Thursday night games takes out of them playing on the Sunday and all that. So I still think they'll win. I still think they'll beat Burnley. So I'm gonna go 2-0 West Ham.
You see?
I think that West Ham need to do everything possible to stay in these European places. I think even though that they've I know they're 3-0 up now, but it is only 64 minutes gone. So it wouldn't surprise me if they just turn off the gas completely and just cruise it to the end now. So because I know that they're gonna fight for it. I think I'll say 3-0 West Ham. I think they need to get all the points possible to secure European football next year. I think that's their main priority in the league.
Well, they go win the Europa League and be in Champions League next season. It's crazy. I mean, they got every chance. They got every chance.
Well, if it does, then that means United get Europe.
Oh my
United
God!
get seventh.
If West Ham win the Europa League and go in the Champions League next season, Arsenal will go be like in tears, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I'll go 2-0 West Ham. Really?
Is it at Burnley?
No, London Stadium.
Oh, the sun will be out in London. He won't be out in Burnley. So, it's just dark in Burnley every day of the year.
Grey clouds.
It's just awful, ain't it? Great football, great city. Yeah, as you say, West Ham 3-0 up. They're probably coasting there. Their legs, they're going to chill out a little bit. So probably make some subs. So I think, I think West Ham get the job done and almost relegate Burnley, which would be beautiful to see. Sorry, Burnley fans, but you got to go because it's dire. Yeah, 2-0 West Ham. And my baby don't like having a bath. That's what you're getting right now.
Bless her.
Just jumping in extremely quickly. Barca are 2-0 down, but they've just subbed off Aubameyang.
Subbed off Aubameyang.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Trouble in paradise.
right. Let's go into the main ones, the FA Cup weekend predictions, and then we'll call it a day after that. Jamie, score prediction for your Liverpool City.
Oh, Liverpool City. Right. Liverpool will go win 3-1. 3-1. I'm going to say it in my chest right now. 3-1. Yes.
T? Chelsea Palace.
I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I do think 2-1 Chelsea. It's going to
JC?
be tough.
I think that we are going to Crystal Palace shit our way through it and win 1-0.
You play good football. I like Palace. It's going to be a good game.
It will be. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
You've got to back your own, Rich.
Back your boys.
You've got to back your own, my man.
We never go to Wembley. We have to back ourselves.
It's going to be both semi-finals. I know I predicted 3-1. It's probably going to be like 1-1. But I think both semi-finals go extremely tight. Very close. Because Crystal Palace don't mess around. Crystal Palace are Nate. Palace play really good football, and Chelsea just had a hard game against Real Madrid. So it's going to be
Who wants it on the day?
Yeah, exactly.
Who wants it more on the day, isn't it?
Both games are going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Should be the best cup semi-finals in a while for me, actually. Should be the best cup semi-finals in a while.
Well, for Jamie, it's two more sleeps.
2 more sleeps, yeah.
2 more sleeps.
Till that divorce comes through. Oh, you mean the football? Yeah. 2 more sleeps. 2 more sleeps. I usually cut. I ain't doing no videos this weekend because I'm on holiday. So yeah, I'm having a little break with the family. So I won't be doing the watch along. I usually do. I've been doing like 2 videos every day for the last 2 weeks. So I don't know what my wife looks like anymore.
That's a hell of a statement.
And guys, listen, for the Palace faithful, the Eagle-Eyed family will be there. Covent Garden about 1 o'clock-ish, I think. And then make their way down.
I think we need to talk about that because major tube outages.
Oh, is it all switched up?
Yeah, so the actual underground from Covent Garden to Wembley is every 12 minutes. So you're gonna have to leave like When's kickoff? 4:30, right?
Oh, 4, yeah.
We're
Soon
gonna
as
have
you
to
get
leave. But yeah, we're gonna have to leave there about 2:30 just to get there on time.
Yeah. All right.
It's a great bar.
But still,
right in the
it's
middle of
it's,
Covent
it's
Garden.
still an hour and a half
Yeah.
at Covent Garden now, so that should be fine.
That's a lot of time anyway.
And
Go to the
also,
the
no
rooftop.
bags, no nothing. Just
The
yourself and your ticket and your phone.
The rooftop garden bar in Covent Garden is lovely. But yeah, go in there if you can. That's proper nice in there.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna make a day of it. It's gonna be amazing and such. Before we wrap up, we all know where Jamie's at, so we're gonna start with T. Where can he find you, bro?
Yeah, from the shed end. So, like I said, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that stuff. So just Google From the Shed End podcast. We should pop up. We do match reviews, match previews, play ratings, watch alongs, all of that stuff, the usual stuff as well. So if you're a Chelsea fan looking to listen to some new content, come and check out From the Shed End. And obviously, thanks for having me on tonight as well.
Haha, there I am. First off, I just want to say to the 97, it's the anniversary of Hillsborough tomorrow. So, you know, everyone at Liverpool, you know, it's the emotional day. And yeah, 97 now is obviously, so the young man lost his life. And yeah, so it's an emotional week for all Liverpool fans and everyone alike. So yeah, I pay my respects to the 97. And you can find me, guys, at Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Yeah, I do almost every watch along game, mostly Liverpool content, but I do watch along to most of the top 6 clubs. Reviews, previews, all the good stuff. You see me ranting on there all the time. So yeah, much respect, guys. And I'm close to 5. I'm 98 or 500. If I can get 98 more subscribers by the end of this month, I will do the spicy gummy bear challenge live on the air. So yeah, that's the challenge.
You already know what's coming, don't you, Rich? The app is there, and the channel is on hiatus until the transfer window. But Transfer Weekly is coming to Eagle Eye Football instead this time. So we'll see you there, and we'll see you at Wembley! Come on! Also, the new shirt's paying. You muted, Rich.
I am. I need to cop that shirt as well. No, whatever, like, guys, thanks for all the support. As we speak, we've just hit 850 subscribers ourselves, so
Sweet.
road to 1K,
150 away from Rich doing the one chip challenge.
Yeah, this is it. So share it, guys. Listen, if it means like you share it, people subscribe, I do the challenge and they unsubscribe, so be it. Let's just get there.
And
pull out the burner accounts. Burner accounts.
I'll just sub the T as well. So
yeah, I'll do the same. I'm going to do the same.
Man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, if I can get to that 500, do that spicy gummy chat. I hate spicy food. My wife would tell you. I'm a pie and chips man. I don't touch spice. So I'm literally going to probably half die on air. So that should be fun. And when I do 1,000 subscribers, I told my followers when I get to 1,000 subscribers, my wife is going to dye my hair Liverpool red all the way over, live on air as we do it. And I will keep it in as well. I'm not going to wash it out straight away. I'll keep it until it comes out.
Pull out the burner accounts for Jamie as well.
But yeah, apart from that, listen, everyone, enjoy Wembley weekend. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
And all we can say, JC, is
Wembley.
I meant up the palace. Anyway.
Oh,
I was going to say that.
Up the palace. Up the palace.
Jordan's just proper happy. Have his moment.
Listen, this is the time.
This is the year, isn't it? I feel it's the year. It's the year. Peace.
We're the boys from South East London. I will always follow you.